Hey everyone, welcome to WittCode. Today we're going to be connecting a Java program to a MySQL database using MySQL Workbench and IntelliJ. This is particularly what we're going to be building here. Let me just show you a quick example. If we press play, down here to the console, these will be logged down here, Tom, and Mike, which are in our MySQL database that we have here. Also before I start, I want to mention this is for the free and community version of IntelliJ. You can do all this, of course, with the paid one, but the community version does not come with database tools or SQL tools. That is included with the IntelliJ Ultimate Edition, which costs money and is also why I'm not using it. However, we can still easily form a connection to our database and work with it and query it. In this video, I'm assuming that you already have MySQL, MySQL Workbench, and IntelliJ installed. If you do not, I have left links in the description on how to download those. To get started, we first need to find a way to download a JDBC driver. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity and is a software that allows a Java application to interact with a database. They do this by converting requests from Java programs to a protocol that the database can understand. We're going to download this driver from the MySQL website. I'll post the link for the driver in the video description, but let's head there real quick. And next, for the operating system down here, I'm just going to select Platform Independent, and then I'm just going to download the zip folder right here. And after you go to this screen, click No Thanks, just start my download. Now what I'd like to do is go to Downloads and place it in a memorable location. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to go in here, go to my downloads. First, I want to extract all this. And now let's back out one more folder. And you can see I've already downloaded this previously, that's why I have the one here. But let's take what you just extracted and put it somewhere memorable. For me, that is a place I made in here called Java Libraries. I'm just going to paste it in here. Now let's go back into IntelliJ. And the first thing I want to do is let's create a new project. So I'm going to go File, New Project, and just place it somewhere. And now that the project has been started, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to right click here and I'm going to create a new directory. I'm just going to call this lib. Let me close this real quick. So right click on here, go to New, Directory, let's call it lib. This is where we're going to put our JDBC driver. So what we should do is let's right click on this. Let's go to Show in Explorer. And now go to where you installed or where you put the downloaded JDBC driver. If you can remember, for me, it was in Java Libraries. Then this one right here. And then let's go to the jar right here. So the executable Java file, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to back out. I'm going to go back into lib. I'm going to paste it in here. Close out of this. And now you can see that our JDBC driver is here successfully. And so now we have it here, but we want to actually add this to our project structure. And so to do this, or we want to also add it as a module. So let's go into project structure up here. Then go to modules. And then we want to add a module. So let's go here. What we want to add is a jar. And we can easily find it now in our lib folder. So this is our current project. And then lib, the jar that we put over here. Click on it, press OK, and then press apply, and then OK. And now I'm just going to go to source. I'm going to create one file or one class that we're going to run this from. I'm just going to call it myJDBC, and we're going to give it a main method that of course we're going to run everything from. So after installing this module, this is a module right here for this project, we now have the ability to connect to a database or a MySQL database. What we need to do now though is just create that schema and work with that database that we actually want to work with. So let's go into MySQL Workbench, and I already have a connection set up here. I'm going to double click into this, and then I'm going to go down here to the left. I'm going to go to schemas. And what I want to do is I want to create a new schema. So I'm going to go up here to this little icon, create a new schema. What I'm going to name this is JDBC video. Press apply. It'll show you how it's going to create the schema. Press apply one more time and then finish. And now you can see we have the schema up over here. So let's double click on it so it's highlighted so then we can work with it. Make sure the database that you're connecting to through IntelliJ is the one that is highlighted in here. And to do that, you just double click. But we don't want to work with that one. We want to work with this one that we just created. Now let's go into tables, right click, and do create table. What we want to call this, I'm just going to call it people. And then let's add a primary key, which we'll just call ID. And then let's create another field here. let's just call it first name and leave it as a varchar 45. And then apply and double check this. This all looks correct, and apply again, and then finish. So now let's insert some values into our table. So if I go in here and I right click on people, I do copy to clipboard, let's do an insert statement, and then let's create an SQL file. I'm going to press paste, and the values that we want to place are in here. So we want to place an ID and a first name. So for the ID, let's just do, make sure you keep this parenthesis, let's do 0, and then name, let's do Tom, and then let's create another value. Let's do ID of 1 and a name of Mike. And now let's run this query here. Of course I ran this incorrectly, so let's just do them one at a time. So let's do Tom, go up here to this lightning arrow to make it run. So we've inserted Tom, and then let's just insert another one. Let's do 2, and let's do Mike. Let's run this again. Cool, you can see that's executed successfully down here. And now let's just do a select statement. I'm gonna do select all from people, just to double check that everything's in there. If I run that, you can see we get Tom and Mike. Awesome, so our table has been set up. Now let's just connect to it in IntelliJ. So let's go back over here and let's get started. So first, we're going to form a connection to our database using the connection class. SQL statements are executed and results are returned within the context of this connection. So I'm going to use the connection class and do connection like this. However, to create the connection, we don't use a direct instance of the class, so we don't do new connection. Instead, what we use is driver manager dot get connection. And this attempts to establish a connection to our database. We do this by specifying a URL with a username and password. The username and password are our username and password to MySQL. It's what you use to get all of this set up. The URL to your database is in the form jdbc:subprotocol.subname. So for us, the way that would be is JDBC, and then the subprotocol that we were using is MySQL, and then the subname is basically our connection to the local host. So we're going to do -- localhost, and then specify the port number, which by default for MySQL is 3306. If you don't know yours, you can of course go in here and see it on the connections here. And finally, want to specify the schema that we're going to be working with. And for us, that is JDBC-video. And so if we go back into MySQL Workbench, double click on our local instance, go back to schemas, you can see what it's called is JDBC video. So make sure that these names here match. And then the next argument is your username. This is what you made when you set up MySQL on your computer. I'm going to have a video on how to reset your password if you forgot what it is, and just uninstall MySQL and start from scratch. So I'll post that as a link in the description if you need to do this. But if not, just you type in your username and password. For me, my username is root, and my password is TOOR. Now we are ready to create a statement from our connection. A statement is an interface that represents an SQL statement. You need a connection object to create a statement object. So what we will do is just use the statement class, do statement, and set that equal to the connection we made, dot create statement. And then you execute statement objects, which return result set objects. And a result set is a table of data representing the results returned from the database. So from that, we can create a result set. So we will do result set equals our statement dot execute query. And now this is the query that we actually want to execute on the table that or the database that we're connected to. And what we just want to do is list all the people. So we're going to do select all from people. And so let's just double check to show this. So when we go in here, remember the table we have right here is people. So what we are doing is running a select all statement on people, which is what printed out in the SQL query that we ran earlier. So it's doing the same thing, but within IntelliJ or our Java application. And then finally, we want to loop through the return results and display our data to the console. To do that, we use the next method of result set. So we're going to do while result set dot next, because what dot next returns a Boolean, and it's true while there's still more data to be shown. And what we want to do is we're just going to outprint result set dot get string, and we can either use the column ID or just the integer of the order it is, or by the column name. And I believe the column that we want is name, but let's go back and check. So if we go in here, go to our columns, it's first name. So let's change this to first name. Just like that. And then finally, you can see all this red. This is because we haven't surrounded this in a try catch statement. So let's just do up here, try, and then catch, and let's just catch a general exception E, And if there is one, we'll just do e.print stack trace like this. And now all that's left to do is just run our application. So let's just go over here to the main method, just green triangle, and say run myjdbc.main. Fingers crossed. And you can see we get Tom and Mike printed here. And now if we double check, say we go back in here, and let's do select all from people and run this query, you can see we get Tom and Mike, and IntelliJ we get Tom and Mike. So we've connected successfully using IntelliJ and Java. If you liked watching or you have any questions or issues, let me know in the comments. I'll try and get back to you. But once again, thank you for watching.